Yo, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Serie A player of the season, or season player, whatever you call it, league player, Gerard Deulofeu. I'm going to go through the card's basic stuff, his stats, some of the details, his traits, of course how you get the card, some clips of him, and our usual summary at the end. But before we get into all that, if I could ask you guys to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below what your thoughts are on this card, and if you've got him, if you enjoy using him, and hit that bell so you know when I upload. So, getting into Gerard Deulofeu, 5'10", high-low work rates, which is quite decent considering that he's got a low stamina rating. One of the issues of the card, but kind of offset by that, right footage of course, 4-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. I played 7 games with him, got 3 goals and 6 assists, so not a bad return. Actually, it should have been a lot better than what I got with him. I missed a lot of easy chances with him, a lot of one-on-ones, and a lot of chances which I created with him, I put wide. So I think the stats don't reflect how good this card actually is, considering it's a free card, but we'll get more into that as we go on. Just to go through his details, he is from Udinese, Spanish player, of course, therefore in the Serie A. I applied a dead-eye chemistry style to him. I loved his pace and his dribbling. I didn't feel like I needed boosting at all, so I wanted his shooting and passing to be that bit better. For me, that's what I really wanted him to improve on, especially given that he was on the left side of midfield and would be a lot of my attacking outlet for the time that I was using him. I needed him to be able to deliver end product. Getting into his attributes, guys, the standout stats we'll just go through as usual. Acceleration and sprint speed, of course, with Deulofeu, you expect that to be absolutely rapid, and the other standout stat, which you guys can see, is 99 agility. He's so quick on the ball. It's really the game-changing stat about this card. His set pieces are decent as well, especially with that boost that you give to his shooting and his passing. His free kicks become absolutely lethal once you give him that little boost as well, so really nice. The low points of this card, of course, the long passing, I wish that was a little better. I mean, sometimes when you're whipping a ball in or whipping a ball across the field, his passing isn't quite there, doesn't quite get it right, and of course his stamina is a little poor as well. Partially helped by the fact he's got high-low work rates, but if I'm honest, I would want that to be into the 80s a little bit so I could keep running with him the entire game. As the end of the game approaches, defenders are tired. You want this card to be able to run. Sometimes he's a little bit tired come the end point of the game. Traits, we've got the flair trait, so you can do some nice passes and shots with them, get off some nice cheeky stuff. You get long shots as well, and of course technical dribbler. This card, in terms of its strengths, really is the dribbling, the pace, getting in behind, and as you guys will see from the clips, which we'll get into a bit later, his end product is absolutely fantastic when it comes to crossing. But before we do get into those clips, let's take a look at what his requirements are. So guys, now just getting into some of his requirements. The first one is win 15 matches using Serie A players in the starting 11 in the FUT-friendly managerial masterpiece, score 30 goals, assist 20 goals, assist with a through ball in 4 separate matches, and score a finesse goal in 6 separate matches. So very similar to the requirements for Hector Bellerin. I've done a review to that as well. Please do check that out if you have some time. Very similar requirements. The only one that takes a bit of a grind, as with Bellerin as well, is the wins. But you've got plenty of season time to do that. You've still got 24 days left in this season, so you've got a lot of time to get this card done. We'll get into whether I would recommend doing it or not later on. But overall, these objectives are fairly easy, especially easier than Bellerin, because I think Bellerin you required headers. With this one, it's just through ball assists. So headers, sorry, not even headers, crosses with Bellerin, whereas this one is through ball, so it's a lot easier to do. Now that we've covered the basics of all that stuff, let's get into some of the clips. So guys, just getting some of Deulofeu's clips, and really what I wanted to show with these first few clips was just his playmaking ability and how he can get around the defenders, how powerful he is, despite being a very slight player. Maybe it's not power, but it's just speed. Ability to move away from the man. You can see there again, he gets a lot of space. That's the kind of chances I'm talking about where I fluffed him, where he should have had a higher number of assists. Again, here you can see the guy doesn't know where on earth I'm going with this card, and the acceleration is so quick. Again, I fluffed that chance up. I should have put it near post. His set piece delivery, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. And again, you'll see here, from that set piece comes a chance, and we put that away with Sol Campbell. I think now, as we get into more of his gameplay as well, the great thing about this card is that his passing is very tight as well. Once you apply that dead-eye chemistry style to him, he can thread those needle passes, he can get a good cross into the box. Again, here you'll see a lovely little ball into Davor Šuker here as he takes it around the final man in the defense, and it's really easy to create chances with him because of his pace, because of his ability to get around defenders and things like that. Again, another lovely ball to Dennis Bergkamp. It's a perfect height, perfect weight, lovely little chip in there. And again, you'll see here the end product with the corners. Lovely ball again, and I can't tell you the number of times that I managed to put in a decent cross with him and get an opportunity. His finishing is not bad, guys, actually. Surprisingly, with the dead eye as well, it's slightly boosted. You'll see 2 or 3 finishes here that I managed to get off with him. Very usable in terms of finishing, and of course with that dribbling makes it so much easier to get around people. You can see my reaction there as well. This finish here again, a lovely left-footed volley into the far side, that 4-star weak foot, very useful. So guys, getting into the final part of this review, again you can see Udinese, Serie A, Spanish. We'll get into some of his link abilities later. Of course, there's no price with these, it's only the value of your time, so value that how you will. 7 games played, 3 goals scored, 6 assists, so an overall a decent return. I would have expected that, given how many chances I actually messed up. I wasn't playing that well when I used this card. Maybe should have been about 5 or 6 goals, 8 or 9 assists, I think that would have been more reasonable, which in retrospect, when you play that back against what I've achieved, is actually a very good return. Again, the standout stats is agility, acceleration, both super high, which make him very, very usable card, a very tricky card to hold down. His stamina, again, the con for me, and of course his long passing, as I mentioned before, I wish that was better so that I could use that a little more playing cross-field balls, or just whipping one from a deeper midfield position into the front man would be a lot more useful. Again, I applied the Deadeye chemistry style to him. I wanted to boost that passing and shooting so that he's more capable of giving me a better end product come getting near the box or getting around the box to shoot or cross. In terms of his linkability, guys, now he's not actually great for linkability. There's some Spanish players that you can chuck in there. Alvaro Morata's team of the group stage card, Luis Alberto's inform card. Of course, there are a bunch of icons, but actually this card's linkability isn't great. I ended up fitting him in around a bunch of icons on Cesc Fabregas, so he had the Spanish link. The saving grace, I suppose, is that he's Spanish, which helps you link to a lot of players. In terms of similarities, I thought Bamba over Mars, that kind of player, small, slight player, quick on the ball, quick to get around the man as well, and good end product. Guys, I have value for money rating, of course, is 100.